Hi guys, I'm Christy,
I'm Gabby.
and this
Is Bedroom Talk.
Nice. This is our bedroom, and we're going to do bedroom talks every single week where we're gonna discuss relationship stuff, world stuff that is unserious, LGBTQ stuff, being in a WLW relationship, just sort of anything and everything that our heart desires.
Yeah.
Today we'd like to introduce ourselves. So I am officially Christy. Officially.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you.
I'm
One of our
officially
mics
Gabby.
is in fact not charged, so we will be sharing this mic throughout this episode.
Yep.
So I'm officially Christy. Who the heck are you?
I'm officially Gabby. So good that we established this first and foremost.
Okay, a couple things about me, Christy. I am from the West Coast. I grew up in a little town. It's a big town in Southern California. I enjoy coffee. I really like interior design. I love sunshiny days and laying by the pool. I love a good cocktail and glass of wine. And I enjoy reading. So that's me.
Wow. Thank you.
I don't know what this voice is that I've discovered.
I don't know, but it's quite sultry.
But that is me. That's me. If I had to choose any body of water to be by, it would be the pool.
I thought you were going to say mine.
That is
Missed
that is
opportunity, but it's okay.
that is my favorite body of water.
Thank you.
It's more of a waterfall, if I were being honest.
In the same vein, my name is Gabby. I am from the East Coast, from a small town called Miami, Florida.
Yummy.
Miami. I am, in fact, Hispanic. My family hails from Spain and Cuba, and I do speak Spanish. My favorite pastimes...
Sorry,
No. Anything to add?
Why don't you give me a little taste of your Spanish?
Oh. A little something. Hablo un poquito español. My favorite pastimes are spending time with my sexy girlfriend and our beautiful pets, all four of them. They're absolutely stunning.
Yes.
I enjoy long walks on a hot day. I enjoy wine.
What kind of one?
Red.
Oh.
I enjoy a lot
Would
of
you
wine.
say rojo?
Oh, I would say rojo. Yes. I really enjoy an espresso martini.
Ooh.
Love an espresso martini, which is the perfect segue into, yes, I enjoy coffee the most of all those drinks. I feel like I really just copy pasted Christy's answer with that, but we really do enjoy the same things.
And that's what makes us such a wonderful couple.
Yes.
We have so much in
Very
common.
compatible.
We both love staying home.
Oh yeah, we're homebodies.
Going on a walk is our excursion, and that's good for us. Sitting at the park with not other people, just us.
Yeah, just us. We enjoy binge watching 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh yeah, we're deep in the 90 Day Fiancé.
Yes.
We could do an episode about that if you're interested.
Yeah.
We have been together for a year and a half.
Yeah.
Together for a year and a half. Lived together for about a year and a half. Gabby and I, as true lesbians do, started dating, and she moved in about 3 months later.
Yeah. We did U-Haul. I did bring my cat.
Yes,
So-
yes. And then at the 6-month mark, we adopted a cat together.
Yep. We drove all the way to Florida to pick her up.
And then at the 1-year mark, we adopted a second cat. So now we have 3 cats and a dog.
3 cats deep and a dog.
3 cats deep and a dog.
Yeah.
So we are a McNabb family of 5.
Yes, we are.
We're not married
Wait.
yet.
Family of 6.
We are McNabb family
Family
of
of
6.
6.
Oh my
It's okay.
god, I gotta get a new license plate. I got one that says 5 McNabbs. Wait, what were we doing an episode on? Whoa, okay, how we met. Do you wanna take it away?
Sure. Yeah. I guess if we're just, talking about how we met, it's a pretty short story. We met, we met on Hinge.
A tale as old as time.
Tale as old as
A modern day romance.
Yes. I was actually about to delete the app because I was kind of just like, you know what? I don't really need to be dating right now. I'm kind of just like, I'm happy with where I'm at. And if like I meet someone organically, then, that'll work for me. I saw you're actually the first profile that came up. And I was like, oh, she's pretty hot. And I had a prompt that said, what was it? The prompt?
If we can't cry together and go grocery shopping together.
I don't want it. Yeah. And that's what she responded to. And she was like, preach. And I was like, period.
Oh, I was first up because I sent you a like.
You sent me a like,
yeah. Yeah.
You responded. You said preach. And I was like, okay, she's with it.
And then you responded. Do you remember?
Yes. And I said, grocery run when?
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, well, I'm going to be out of town for the next like 3 weeks. But when I come back, and I was like, well, fuck me. I was like, okay, well, I guess we'll forget about each other by then. I was like, okay, great, we have a date. Like, we set up like an actual like, okay, when you come back.
Okay, wait. Before we get to that part,
Okay.
which is controversial, okay. let me first describe my setup until this point. Okay. I am a new lesbian. At the time, I was very new, very baby gay. Yeah. I up until 2 months before I met Gabby, I was.
I know it's disgusting. We listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge.
I was dating men.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's really difficult for me to admit. Up until about 2 months before I met Gabby, I was dating men, and I realized after dating said men that month that I, in fact, hated them.
Y'all actually fucking suck.
Y'all actually suck. I had been quote unquote bi for like 10 years, a long time, but I had never dated a girl, and I had never like pursued dating a girl because that was like so scary to me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm so over dating these goddamn men, and they suck, and they're disgusting, and I don't want to look at them or touch them or ew. And so I was like, I'm just going to sign up to date women. Like, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to put my big girl pants on, and I'm going to date women. And so I changed my Hinge profile to just women.
Period.
And but it was during the summertime, you know, I was like, oh, I'm going to have a hot girl lesbian summer. And it was in the summertime, and I am a nanny for work, and I travel with the family. And so I was going to be traveling with the family to Maine. I was going to be gone for almost a month, like total. But I went on the apps anyways, and
I'm glad you did.
Gabby reached out to me, and then I had swiped on her and stuff, which was really interesting because I almost didn't swipe on you.
Okay, rude.
Let me tell you why. I almost didn't swipe on you because, first of all, Gabby had no photos, like, clearly of her face. Okay, she was, like, half blocking her face in every photo, and she looked like a completely different person in every photo.
I'm
like,
a Gemini rising.
She had, like, long brown hair. One, she had, like, long dark hair. One, she was, like, dressed super girly. One, she was, like, dressed super, like...
a little bit of everything.
I just couldn't get a grasp on her, but I thought her prompts were funny. But she looked pretty, but she just... I was sure it was going to be a catfishy type situation because it looked like it could be a different person in every photo. But I responded to the prompt anyways. And then she reaches out, right? And she says, grocery run when? And I was like, well, I'm going to be gone because I was about to leave for vacation, but I'll be back July 21st. Mm. She never responds to that.
That's not true.
What'd you say?
I said, I called dibs on you.
Oh, okay.
This is important.
Okay, wait.
This is important.
Yes.
Okay, establishing the dibs.
Yes, okay. Let me tell you the date that these were sent. This is like, we're talking June 20th. June 25th. Yeah. Somewhere around then. Okay?
Totally.
So I say, I'm going to be back July 21st. And she says, I called dibs. And I say, great. I say, it's a date.
Yeah.
Then I go on said vacation, right? And... nothing. She never responds to me again. I send another message. She doesn't respond to it.
I was like, we got a date.
So then
bada bing, bada boom.
I send another message and I say, so are we gonna talk until then or ... Never responds. I am gone for almost a month, you guys. She never responds to me. Never once. Doesn't heart it, doesn't respond. I don't even know if she's read it. So I finally get back on July 21st, and our date that she called dibs on was supposed to be for July 23rd. I haven't heard from this girl in a month. Like, she never responded to me. She called dibs.
Yeah.
She never responded. And then the night before, she texts me and she's like, are we on for tomorrow? And I'm like, no, we're not on for tomorrow. I literally have plans. Like,
I was
hello,
like-
it's been a month. You never responded to me.
I was like, well, I thought I established the dibs. Dibs? Call dibs on you, then we have a date.
Also, I would just like to point out that there was no emojis. It was straight flat text from her. It was grocery one question mark, and then it was I called dibs. No smiley face, no winky face, no nothing. And you think that establishes a date?
I like the entire time was like, okay, cool. Like we set a date. I didn't go on Hinge at all after that. I just I had my phone just like chilling. I really didn't. Swear to God. I was just like, all right, cool. I, have a date in a month, whatever. Because I really wasn't looking to like date, but I was like, okay, this, you know what? She seems really cool. Like, let me like see what this is about. And she is really cool. Plot twist. Spoiler alert. She was like, well, you didn't text me, this and that. And I was like, okay, valid. So next weekend, we decide we're going to meet at the park. And
sorry. Now I feel really hot. Okay, continue your story.
Okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, so then we're like, okay, great, let's like have like a park picnic date. And we're like, great, it sounds so much fun. And I was like, great, let's do it for 3:00. And it was the hottest day.
I'm not gonna say where we live, but it was at
Hottest day of the
3:00
summer.
in July. It is fucking
Sweltering hot.
boiling. Like
Yeah.
you cannot be outside. And where we were meeting, there's no shade. It is a big park with no shade at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's gonna be like 100 degrees.
Yeah. And then,
Do you want to do maybe
like 6?
Also during the summer, the sun sets at like 9 p.m. So you have a lot of
A lot of daylight, yeah. We pushed it back to 6.
Yeah.
We met up at the park. I was late. I am Cuban, and it's not an excuse. I'm working on it. It's a big park, and I don't know where she could possibly be at, so I'm just like walking around hoping I don't look stupid, and then I see this girl sitting like literally in the middle of the park. I was like, oh man, I hope that's her, because she looks really attractive from the back. And then I walk up to her and I'm like, hey, are you Christie?
I wish that would have been such a fun moment for me to be like, no.
I would have run away. I would have run away.
That would have been so funny, and I'm really upset I missed the opportunity. But I said, yes, hi. And what's the first thing you said to me?
I said, oh my God, you're so pretty.
You were so pretty
She's
too.
so attractive.
Gabby was wearing the most like mask outfit, and I had no idea what to expect because, like I said, her pictures were all different. Like she just looked so different every photo. So I really didn't know what she was gonna look like.
I will say that year that we met was the year that I had like flip-flopped with my style, like probably the most I ever have in my life.
Oh, okay, yeah. It showed.
Yeah, it showed. Like I could have taken a photo like 2 months ago, but I looked like
So
a completely different person with like different hair and everything.
Yeah. But she was wearing a black tank top and like black basketball shorts, and her hair was in a messy bun, which is fine. It was like so casual, but it just was not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
But I remember you were like, "Oh, you're so pretty," and I was like, "Oh, thanks." And then we hugged, and then she sat down, and she has like gold eyes. She was facing the sun, and from her recollection, it was really hurting her eyes. But I was just looking at her eyes because they were so gold. I've never seen somebody with gold eyes.
Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, when people are like, oh, your eyes look so cool in the sun, and you really hold on to that. So like, I knew it was gonna hurt my eyes to sit the way that I was, but I was like, you know what?
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit.
I'm gonna risk it for the biscuits. I was there like, yeah, no, totally. So where are you originally from? How many siblings do you have?
Yeah, and then we played frisbee and we talked for a really long time till the sun was setting.
Yep.
And then we went to my car.
Yes.
And okay,
Go
let
ahead.
me just say. So this is a segue into our tattoos that we have. But so the whole time that we're on the date, right? Gabby is hammering in the fact.
I thought you were gonna say that I was.
No, we were sober. We did not drink alcohol. No. Gabby is hammering in the fact that she's like non-committal. I don't want a serious relationship.
Not
I'm not
non-committal.
looking for a girlfriend. So like she was like, I'm just looking to have fun. Like she kept saying, She kept saying, she said it at least 5 times, I want to take things really slow.
Okay,
Really slow. You kept saying really slow.
I
And I
said
was like, damn, okay, how slow does she want to take it? Because I'm looking to have a hot girl lesbian summer. Like, she wants to take it really slow.
okay. A lot of that hesitation on my end came from the fact that like you know, I was like, oh, okay, like what's your like most recent dating history? And and she said men, and I short circuited because I was like hot off, you know, coming out of like a situation with like
a girl.
Like a bi girl, and it was just like triggering for me. So I was like, okay.
And I had just got out of a relationship with a man like literally 2 months
yeah,
before.
so I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't get roped into this right now. And I was like, I'm just gonna take it really slow, like really slow. Because I was like low-key scared.
Which is fair. It's
yeah.
fair. But because she had said so many times, I want to take it really slow, in my head, I'm like, fuck, how fucking slow? Like, so we get into my car and we're like sitting there like recapping. And it's like, nobody just gets in their car to recap without like, you're going to make out. But I'm like, slow, slow, slow. So I'm like, so I asked her, I said, can I kiss you? And then she was like, yeah. And so then we made out a little bit.
Yeah, we made out a little bit.
And it was great. And then I was like, do you want to hang out again? And she was like, yeah.
Hell yeah, I do.
So then I was like, okay, I'll plan our second date.
Mm-hmm.
She told me she lived in one city. Come to find out, she lives like 30 minutes away from that city.
Well, because nobody knew the city that I lived in because it was so like niche, I feel like.
But little did she know, my roommate grew up in that city, so she would have known. So I make the plans for the next date in the city that she told me she lived in.
It's like the next big city,
right,
like from where I lived at the time.
Right. So we went out on Sunday, and then our second date was on Wednesday.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Our second date was on Wednesday. I made it for like a arcade. Like
an
adult arcade. And
which was also really cute. Because I told her that like one of my hobbies that I enjoy doing is like playing video games, and she was like, oh, like let me plan a date around something that you like to do. And I was like,
let me tell you, we make plans to meet up at 8:00 at this arcade. I take off work early so that I can meet her at this arcade at 8:00 because I normally worked until 8:45. So I take off early at like 7 so I can go home and get ready. I go home and get ready, and I'm like 7:40 about to walk out the door to drive to this place. She texts me. She says, hey, can we push it till 9? At 7:40 she texts me that. I say, okay, sure. Now I'm just like sitting at home twiddling my thumbs for an hour. So then she pushes it till 9. I get there at like 8:45. This girl,
thank you,
shows up not 20 minutes late, not 30 minutes late, 45 minutes late. This arcade is only open until 10:30. She gets there at 9:45 when she pushed it to 9:00. I literally, when she got there, I was texting my friend sitting there like, I think I'm getting stood up.
Oh.
Because I had sent her text like, are you coming? Are you coming? And she wasn't texting me back. Like, so rude. She wasn't texting me back, and I'm like, okay, well, fuck, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I had already bought a Groupon of the passes. So I was like, I already paid for the passes. Like, I'm just going to get a beer and play the video games by myself, and then I'm going to go home. So I did. I got a beer, and I went and played video games. And then finally she shows up 45 minutes late, and she's like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm playing video games. I'm like in the back.
I'm over there.
I was pissed, but we had a good time.
We had a really fun time.
Yeah. It was so short because the place was closing in 40. We only have 45 minutes to play.
Yeah.
Because she was so late.
I don't know. I was so scared of getting into a situation with someone where, like, you know, it ends up being something different than like what I don't know. I just thought you were like experimenting, you know? Mm-hmm. And then I just also was just like in my head about it.
Still not an excuse to be almost.
No, I know. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. But I think that's where a lot of my I was like playing like in my head, like volleying back and forth of like, man, like, is it worth like pursuing? Because like I want like a serious relationship. Hindsight.
After that, I was unsure if we were going to continue. I was like, I can't. I'm a Virgo and I'm so punctual, and I cannot stand like being late. I cannot stand being late. I don't like when people are late. I feel like, you know, gotta respect people's time and all this stuff. And so I was like, I don't know if we're gonna work.
Yeah.
You know? So that was a big one. But we did have fun on the date. And she still wanted to go slow. So I asked her if I could kiss her again. I was like, can I kiss you? And she was like, you don't have to ask me every time if you can kiss me. I was like, well, damn, you keep saying the word slow, so I'm trying to make you comfortable. And I told her,
emotionally, but physically, like, you could.
And I told her, I was like, well, I think consent is cool.
Yeah, and that was like one of the main themes in our relationship for such a long time. It's just like, consent is cool,
Consent is cool, Gabby. So, and then fast forward, I have a tattoo in Spanish right here that says "Puedo besarte," can I kiss you?
Yes.
And she has one in Spanish that says "Bésame otra vez," kiss me again.
They're so cute. These are my favorite
cute.
tattoos ever. Date number 3 was a game changer.
Let me just tell you, for me as well.
Yeah.
For
It
me
really
as well.
was for me as well.
Date number 3, I was like, okay, you know, this girl's cool. I kind of feel like she may ghost me, so I want to, you know, want to really shoot my shot. You know, I really want to touch some yoni if I can before she.
We just get something out of this at least.
Damn, I've invested a lot into this.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna ghost me. If she'll come over and something happens, I don't know. So I tell my roommate to skedaddle.
Yeah.
And I invite Gabby over for dinner.
Yes. Oh wait, sorry. Prior to that, she had sent me a voice memo saying,
"Oh,
that yeah."
I'm so glad you brought this up. After the arcade date, you're so lucky I gave you so many chances. Oh my god! After this arcade date where Gabby was 45 minutes late, I send her a text when I get home and I say, like, I had so much fun. I really like you. I would like to do this again.
Yeah.
She doesn't respond. This is Wednesday. Thursday, I send her another text. She doesn't respond. So now she didn't respond after the date on Wednesday, and she didn't respond Thursday. So I'm like, she doesn't want to date me. Like, she's not having a good time. Friday rolls around, she still hasn't responded. And now my feelings are really hurt because I'm like, I don't understand the whole concept of ghosting. It's like, just say you're not interested. I think it's like, it's so hurtful because it really, there's no problem if you don't match with somebody, but not saying something like really messes with a person's mind and their self-esteem. And I was so excited about dating girls, and I had gone on 2 dates before I met Gabby, which I didn't say, and I had been ghosted by one of them, and it really messed me up. Like, it really hurt my feelings. And so I was like, man, this happens twice, and like, maybe I'm not meant to date girls. Maybe I'm not meant to date anybody. You know, you just start spiraling. And I was like crying. I was home alone on Friday night crying. And I was like, I'm just going to send her a voice memo because she's not responding to my text. And I just want to ask, like, what's up? Like, what's up? Like,
what's the deal?
Can you just respond and tell me you're not interested, basically?
Yeah.
I sent that on Friday at like 10 or 11 p.m.
Yeah.
Because I was just at home. Yeah. Doesn't respond.
No, I was in full panic mode when I got the voice memo because...
Why hadn't you responded to me?
I think I was really still in my head about like, I didn't know if I wanted, well, it's gonna sound like bad now because like, obviously it wasn't a waste of time, but I didn't want to waste my time as far as like being an experiment to someone who was like very early on in discovering like, am I gay, am I not, which like obviously it's way different now, you know, like given our history and you, but I was just like, oh my gosh, like, is this just gonna be like a thing where it's just like constantly just like, you know, an experiment thing? And it like, you know, it kind of like freaked me out a little bit. So I was like really grappling with that. But I really liked you, and like we clicked and we had so much fun together and everything just like made sense. But I was also like really scared of it too, you know? So I think a lot of like the why I was that way is it was just like fear-based of just like, you know, repeating patterns. And I'm like, what's the common denominator? It's me. Like, you know what I mean? So I was doing a lot of like introspection at the time with that. But yeah, when you sent me that voice memo, it really registered to me how much you cared, you know? And I was like, oh man, I'm being like dumb. Like, I'm being really dumb. So I was like freaking out. I thought the voice memo was like her being like, I actually don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, you fucking suck. Like, genuinely, because like I felt that way, you know? So I was thinking that was going to be the message, but it was like the total opposite. And she was like I like spending time with you, like, you know, like I can't really get a read on you, like, you know, just let me know either which way. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so fucking dumb. So then when I finally listened to it after I got over my like
at 4 p.m. on Saturday.
Yeah,
I was at the pool.
Yeah. I finally responded back and I was like, you know, like, I'm really sorry. I apologize. And I was like, I really enjoy spending time with you and like I want to keep getting to know you. So then that led up to our third date.
Yeah, so then I invited her over for dinner.
Yes.
And I was like, what do you like to eat? And she was like, everything.
Period.
Nobody likes to eat everything. And I was like, okay. Like, is there anything you don't like? And she was like, no. Like, I don't want to make something weird. I don't know what she eats. I don't know if she eats spicy. I don't know if she hates, you know, this food. I don't know if she hates that food. She's being very vague.
Yeah.
She's a horrible texter. And so I was like, I'm just going to make the most basic meal ever. I'm going to make spaghetti with meatballs and garlic bread.
Delicious, by the way.
It was
so good.
In my opinion, the worst meal I've ever made for us because I made it so bland where I like a lot of seasoning and I like a lot of spice and I did not know what she liked to eat. So I was like, I'm going to make it as if I'm cooking for my dad who eats no spice or flavor whatsoever. So we both had about
two bites
of pasta. Nobody touched the garlic bread at all.
Absolutely
Nobody wanted garlic bread. And we talked for a long time. We did have a bottle of wine.
Yes.
And then I told her
she said
the night was going on for so long. We're sitting at the dining room table talking for so long. So what's a natural transition to get it to the bedroom?
Also, to paint a picture, you know, I walked in. So Christy is like, yeah, like just pants and a shirt. And I'm like, pants and a shirt? You betcha. So I pull up in some like jogger sweatpants
and a shirt.
And a shirt with like I looked like I was ready to like do a workout. And Christy has all these really nice trousers and like a button-up shirt. And I was like,
in my mind, sweatpants are sweatpants and pants are like cute pants. Like these would be sweatpants to me.
Totally.
And like trousers would be pants. And jeans
trousers
would be jeans.
To me are trousers.
And jeans would be jeans. No, they weren't trousers because they were my Urban Outfitter pants. So they don't have buttons or anything. They're like just like nice pants.
They're nice pants.
Design. And I wore a top. It was like a V-neck t-shirt.
I was obsessed though. I was like, her style is on fucking point. I walk in to her apartment at the time and there's like all these candles and dim lighting and my favorite artist, Alina Braz, and it smelled so good.
I did not know that was her favorite artist. It just happened to be my favorite artist.
Yeah. Instantly, like as soon as I like walked into that setting, I think I felt like so much more like I guess connected and there with you. Because it was just like I guess like so much like familiarity with like things that I like. Like visual things that I like, you know, audible things that I like. So we finished dinner and we're just chit-chatting.
And we both have full plates in front of us. Nobody was touching their food for 2 hours.
2 hours, yeah. We knew. We're like, okay, we're starting to get to the point where like we're just like doing like, okay, yeah, so you know, kind of thing.
Silences.
Staring. A lot of like staring at like your lips and stuff. Christy gets up to put our dishes in the sink. And then she like lingers around the bar and she's like, so you want to hang out in my room? And I was like, hell yeah.
Okay, and then when we do get to the room, I'm gonna keep it PG, but Gabby won't touch me at all. We're making out and things are great, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna progress. But like she's terrified to touch me. She's just like, she keeps saying like,
I want you so bad.
She's the seasoned lesbian. I've never been with a woman before.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking that she's gonna make the move and be like, let me show you how it's done, you know? But she doesn't, and it goes on for a long time. And I'm like, well, now or never, kids.
You know, like dating girls
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the first time, and I'm like,
Little
this is
did
probably
she
a lot.
know, I had been preparing for this moment for 20 years.
I was like, I would hate to be the reason that she's like, oh nope, I'm straight. In the back of my mind, I was like, if she hates this with me, and I find out that she's actually like decided that she's straight, my ego is going to be in the dirt. I'm done.
No, but you know what I said afterwards? That was the best thing I've ever done in my life.
Yeah. Shit.
Dang.
And let me just say, look at where we at now.
So a month in, we become official.
Which was also a
Yeah.
really funny story of how that happened too. My mom, she was like the most serious, I guess like relationship that I had in like a few
Gabby
years.
was in a relationship for 5 years.
Well, yeah, but like I had been single for like 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So like I hadn't really been like in a serious anything with anyone for like 2 years. So, you know, we're dating for like, now it's a few weeks. And I'm bringing you up a lot because, you know, like we're dating. And my mom is like, you know, referring to Christie as like my girlfriend. And I'm like, chill out, woman, chill. And so I'm telling Christie this, and I'm like, yeah, my mom calls you my girlfriend.
And
all
I
the time.
said, that's funny. I don't remember you asking me.
Like, oh, do you want to be?
I said, okay.
We just like, we were quick with it. When
And
you know,
then-
you know.
And then we decided to get our own apartment.
Yes.
So we moved into this place. Now it's the 6 of us that live here, living the dream.
McNabb party of 6.
Like that party of
Mhm.
6. And it's been great.
That she didn't give up on me in the beginning.
Yeah,
Very lucky.
I was determined. I was like, I'm not gonna be ghosted again.
Mm-hmm.
These people are gonna get to know me. Damn it! Nobody's giving me a freaking chance. And so, folks, that's the story of Christie and Gabby.
The long-winded version.
Next time, we're gonna talk about when we realized we were gay and our coming out stories.
Yes.
And then we're just gonna talk about a lot of fun things on here.
Yeah.
So come back, join us, subscribe to us, comment, ask us questions, whatever you feel like doing. Really, it's a
Anything you
safe
want.
space. We will see you next time.
Catch you on the flip.
Bye bye.